Hello everyone, welcome to Come Sit at My Table. Melissa and I are thrilled to have you here for our video. We're making a very simple brown sugar sauce to go over yellow cake today. Now we're not even making the cake. I've already got the cake made. All you have to do is just make a plain white or yellow cake for this sauce to be spooned over. The recipe that we're doing today is just for the sauce. Now, if you have our cookbook, you can turn to page 289, and at the bottom of 289, you will find the recipe for this brown sugar sauce. I'm going to tell you that it is absolutely delicious. I neglected, when we put the cookbook together, to put a blurb in here about where I got this recipe. But I know exactly where it came from. I got it from a lady named Carolyn Conley that we went to church with for years. And quite honestly, I don't remember ever going to a church dinner where she was that she didn't have a yellow cake and this brown sugar sauce. It's delicious. All right, let's talk about what we're going to use today to make our brown sugar sauce that we're going to spoon over yellow cake. It's so simple. 6 simple ingredients. 1.5 cups of brown sugar, and I have packed that in, and it is light brown sugar. 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. 1 cup of water, and you do want it to be boiling because it's going to help dissolve that sugar and the flour. So you will bring it to a boil before you add the other 2 ingredients. Now, once we have cooked that and it has thickened, we will remove it from the fire and add 4 tablespoons of butter. That's half a stick. You can see the tablespoons marked there on the side, and you're just going to cut over where the 4 tablespoons is and add half a stick. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream and 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and we will stir the butter, whipping cream, and vanilla in until the butter completely melts and everything is smooth. Now, I do have my water already on the fire, so I can move that out of the way. That was just there to show you. And as soon as that comes to a boil, let me look. It's not quite at a boil, but as soon as it comes to a boil, we'll add the sugar and the flour. I am going to put my brown sugar and my flour in a bowl and kind of mix those together because I don't want that flour to lump when we put it in this boiling water. And the easiest way I have found to keep it from lumping is just to mix it with the brown sugar. And it takes just a minute or so. All you want to do is get that stirred in, and then I use a fork and I just kind of mash it all together. That just helps coat that flour with some of that sugar. Now, you might still get a lump or two, but you can try to whisk that out or take the back of a spoon and press that out. But I am telling you that mixing the sugar and the flour together really helps cut down on the number of lumps you'll get in this. All right, our water is boiling. Got some flour right there. I've got to get mixed in. Missed it on the side of the bowl. All right, I think that's pretty good, Melissa. All right, so let's go into our boiling water. I tell you, I keep finding little pockets of flour that I've missed. Okay, let's go into our water, and I will start whisking as soon as I put it in. We just want to get that whisked in. If you don't have a whisk, that's okay. Just use a spoon. But you want to whisk it in or stir it in. And you want to bring it up to heat until it starts to thicken. I've got mine over medium heat right now. Man, doesn't that look good?
It does look nice.
So we will just continue to let this heat up. I've got my fire on, 5, which is medium. And I will continuously whisk or stir. I might switch to a spoon here in a minute. since it's already whisked in. And we will just let that continue to sit there and heat up. And you do want to just kind of stir the bottom. You don't want this to stick. So just keep it moving and let it heat up. And when it thickens, you're pretty much done. We're just going to take it off the heat and stir in our butter, whipping cream, and vanilla. And our sauce is ready to spoon over cake. I will tell you that this is a really easy way to have dessert if you're having people come in. When Melissa and I have made this before, one of us can get the cake made and put in the oven while the other one's making the brown sugar sauce. And then by the time the cake comes out, your sugar sauce is ready. And if you have company coming, a nice piece of warm yellow cake and some brown sugar sauce is a great treat. All right, I'm just going to keep heating it until it thickens. Our brown sugar sauce has heated and thickened slightly. So we're ready to stir in our butter, our 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, and a teaspoon of vanilla. And now we will just stir that until that butter is completely melted and everything is completely incorporated into the sugar sauce. Look how beautiful this is. So smooth and creamy and rich. It makes a great little treat. And I'm gonna tell you, everybody at a potluck will gravitate right toward this delicious brown sugar sauce spooned over cake. And the nice thing is you can keep it warm if you have a little crock pot or a little slow cooker. You can keep this sugar sauce warm, but it's good when it cools down too. You don't have to keep it hot all the time, but we do like it warm when we spoon it over cake. All right. I'm going to cut us a piece of cake, and we'll come back and spoon some of this delicious sauce over it, and we'll share a piece with you. Well, since it is 10 o'clock in the morning, I have cut just a small corner piece of our cake for us to do a sample with, because neither of us wants a big piece of cake right now. So I've just taken a ladle of the sauce, and I'm going to drizzle that, pour that right over our cake. Now, I like to put some on the plate around the cake, just to make it look like it's sitting in a pond of brown sugar caramel sauce. Doesn't that look delicious?
It really does. Very pretty.
And I like for some to drip down over the edge. That's just so pretty. Look at that.
Takes a regular box cake and really bumps it up a notch.
It does, and that's all this is. I just made a box cake mix. All right, babe. Now, honestly, I use a spoon to eat this because I want to pick up some of that brown sugar. You ready, babe?
Sure.
I'm afraid it's hot.
No, it's not too bad.
Okay, here you go.
Do I know how I know that?
Why don't you tell us how you know that?
Because I licked the scraper.
I know you did. I saw you. Melissa cleans up the pots for me. Pots and pans and spatulas. You all.
That's so good.
Tastes just like Carolyn's.
It does. And you know, it's nice to have something different than just a cake that's got nothing, not that there's anything wrong with traditional frosting or icing on a cake, but this is something different.
Okay, I changed my mind. 10 o'clock's fine to have a piece of cake. Yeah, traditional frosting is great on a cake, but when you want something different, quick, easy, you cannot beat this brown sugar sauce, I'm telling you. Your friends and family are gonna love it too.
And it looks nice for the fall.
It does. It's a great, great recipe for the fall. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Right below this video, you'll find the like button. We really would appreciate you clicking that. That helps our video get shared more. Also, right below the video, you'll find the subscribe button. If you'll click it and the little notification bell beside of it and the word all, you'll be subscribed to our channel. You only have to do that once, then you'll always be subscribed. It's totally free. You just click the subscribe button, the bell, and the word all, and YouTube will notify you every time we put up a new video, which we try to do every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, right below the video, there's a description box, and you're going to see the title of this recipe, brown sugar sauce. If you'll click anywhere in that box, it will expand. Melissa always puts the written recipe there for you. Under that recipe, you'll see the word more. If you click it, the box will expand further. Under that recipe, you'll find our contact information if you'd like to send recipes to us for us to try. Under that, you will find a link or links to our cookbook. We do still have the cookbook on Amazon, so you can click that Amazon link if you'd like. But honestly, you can order it directly from our publisher now. You don't even have to go through Amazon. So if you'll click the link down there that says www.reformationpublishers.com, you can order it straight from them and they'll ship it to you that day. So feel free to go down there and click the link if you'd like to have a copy of the book. We do appreciate those of you who have already posted messages and told us you've ordered books for Christmas gifts. Thank you for doing that. And at the very bottom of the page, there's a place for you to leave a comment. We love hearing from you. Melissa and I love reading your comments, so feel free to leave us a comment. Thanks again for being here. We do appreciate it. We want you to remember two things. First, God loves you and so do we. And second, you are always welcome to come sit at my table. Have a great day.